Hello, everyone. I'm starting this a minute or so early. There's a little bit of lag time, so I want to make sure that everyone can hear what I have to say. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone signs in. I'll wait for a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and talk about the assignment. If you are here and if you have questions, please type them into the comments. I will see them, they'll pop up on my screen, and then I can answer them for you in real time. If not, you can watch this video once it's posted, and then you can ask questions afterwards. So I'll wait for a couple minutes here to see if there's anybody who's watching. I see that James has shown up. Welcome, James. We'll wait for a little bit, see if anyone else pops in. Feel free to ask any questions that you have. Type them into the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. So I'm just going to hang here for a little bit, waiting for people to show up. I hope everyone's doing really well. Hope everyone's staying healthy. I'm trying to stay healthy. Well, I am healthy. I'm just trying not to be bored. Spending a lot of time, obviously working on being able to transfer these classes for everyone, but also just trying to find some time to do other things, taking walks, doing things around the house, just to stay busy. It's really difficult to stay locked in one place for a long period of time. I see Mickey is here too. We'll wait for a couple minutes, see if other people show up. While we're waiting, do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to ask? Just type them into the comments. Everyone's so quiet. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to, because I don't want to waste anyone's time. We all have a lot of things that's going right now. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the assignments, how we're going to approach the next few weeks. And then if you have questions, you can ask. I see that Mickey doesn't have any questions yet. And James, you ask us, since songs are okay, is a music video okay? If you want to use a music video for your source material, that is completely fine. Just keep in mind, and we talked about this at the end of last semester, is that you're not recreating it. You're just using that as the source. You're using that as the inspiration. What does that video mean to you? How does it make you feel? And then how are you then going to turn that into a piece of an artistic expression through theater? So you're not just restaging the video. I think that makes sense, but I just wanted to make sure you understood that. So as far as the first part of the assignment, and I talked about this on Blackboard, and I posted the video for it. So for next Monday, the 30th, what I need from everyone, and you can do this through email, is to just send me a copy of your inspiration piece, a song, poem, the lyrics. If it is a video, James, and it's on YouTube, send me the link for the video. Then I can watch that. If it's a piece of visual art, a photograph, a sculpture, a painting, something like that, send me the image. But just so I know what you're working with as far as your inspiration is concerned. Along with that, I would like, and it doesn't have to be very detailed or at this moment, but I would just like a paragraph or something to let me know what the piece means for you, and in your mind how you are visualizing that you may want to approach it as far as a presentation. Now, you will notice in that Blackboard announcement that I had with the video that talked about this, there was a link at the bottom for videos. And those videos are on Blackboard. They include videos on how to create a director's concept, what is in theater, and then also there's some actual examples. They're more like commercials or promos, but some examples of some directing concepts where the playwright took resource material and then created something new. And so I thought that might be helpful just to see what some other people have done theatrically in professional theater and to give you some idea of what's going on. So I'd like for you to look at those videos and then also relook at the assignment. I gave it to you at the right before we left for spring break, but the assignment that details the steps for what we're going to do and what deconstruction is. One thing that is obviously going to change in that assignment is that it talks about how you could use 1 to 2 actors. Now that was being done with the idea that you were going to be able to use your classmates. Well, that's not really going to be a possibility now because we can't be in the same room together. So think about it more in the sense of how you might be able to create this piece as a presentation or an interpretation through one person, perhaps through yourself. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about how you're going to actually take these ideas and bring them to fruition. I don't want you to worry about that right at the moment. Right now, I really want you to just think about what is your inspiration and what you want to do with it. Next week, we'll talk more about how we can then start approaching it, because it's going to be different for all of you. And some of that's going to be based on just what you have available, whether it's your cell phones, PowerPoint, the different sorts of tools that you may have available to be able to use to create with. What we're going to ultimately be moving towards is some sort of a presentation that's going to be in a format that isn't going to be live performance, because we're not going to have the ability to actually get together as a group and see everyone's live performance on stage. So it's going to have to be presented in some format similar to what we're doing here, where I can post an image, I can post something on this site or on Blackboard, and then you're able to see it, and we're all able to see it. So it's a challenge, but it's a creative challenge, which is what this assignment is all about anyway. It's all about being able to create and use your imagination, approaching it from an analytic perspective. In some ways, I think it might even offer you or allow you more freedom, because in the classroom, in Nestor Auditorium, your limitations were what we could do in the auditorium. This is the stage. We have X amount of lights. We can do certain sounds but not others. And as you saw from your last project, we had limitations. Now that you can make it just about anything, shoot it anywhere, this could be something that might even happen in your backyard, on your front porch, on your street. It really increases the possibilities of what you might be able to do with this project and how you can create this project. So that's the direction we'll be moving in. And that is our primary assignment for the second half of this semester. Now, there are a couple of other things that's coming up. One is the theater review, and I did post on Blackboard the link to the video that you could watch and then do the theater review. Within that link, there's also the original playbill information, so you can actually refer to some different actors or designers or whoever was involved and be able to refer to them by name, much the same way if you were going to see the play live and you would have that playbill information in front of you. The other thing is that there is a directing exercise that you will all be creating. I will be explaining that in a couple of weeks. And give you an example and how you can put that together. It's really difficult to create a directing exercise when you don't know yet what the project is you're working on and how you're going to approach it. Once you know what that is, it's going to make it much easier to create what your directing exercise is going to be. So that's where we are at this point. We know what is expected of us for Monday. These are really unusual times that we are in. We have a lot of challenges that are faced with us. I'm obviously concerned about all of you, making sure that you stay safe, stay healthy. I want to be able to communicate with you as much as possible, and I want you to be able to communicate with me as much as possible so that we can find ways to get through this, and so that I can make sure that everyone understands what it is that we're trying to accomplish. So I will always be here at 1 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is our class time. And so I'll be here live to answer any questions that you might have. I can be reached through email pretty much any time of the day, although on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m., I'll be watching my email and then being able to respond almost immediately. I just got a question from Samuel wondering if the comments for Prompt Book are up and to be able to be viewed on Blackboard. No, they're not. The grades, the point totals are on Blackboard, but wasn't able to get the comments up because between getting the grades in and all of this happening, we were basically told to get off campus, and so we were in the middle of certain things when that happened. So I was able to at least get your point totals up onto Blackboard, so you can at least see those and see what your scores are. But as far as specific comments with your prompt books, I don't have access to that now in terms of being able to get onto campus. Hopefully I will be able to get back onto campus sometime before the end of the semester so that I can get those. I can say when it comes to prompt books, if you received full points, and this is for everybody who's listening, if you received full points for prompt books, you had everything, it was in the correct order, it was a really nice presentation, all of those sorts of things. If you were missing points, it was because either there were certain items that were missing, or things were not in the right order, or the presentation wasn't strong. There was several different things that went into that. I didn't take off points for content, meaning I didn't go through and assign points based on how I felt about maybe what your director's concept was or things. So I didn't take off points for that, but some of you did lose points if you didn't have all of the information. So if things were missing or if things weren't in the correct order, if things were handed to me in sort of a loose leaf folder as opposed to being in some sort of a binder that kept it all together and kept it in order, those sorts of things were taken into consideration. And if you have any questions about that specifically, feel free to email me privately and we can talk about that a little bit more. So I hope that answers your question, Samuel. So what questions do any of you have? I've been talking for quite some time. Type them into the comments bar and I'll be happy to answer them for you. So I'll just hang here for a minute and see if any questions pop up. I would sing a song, but nobody really wants to hear that. Corey or James or Mickey, Samuel, I know you're all there. If any of you have any questions, just ask, just type them in. The question about the independent study that I know some of you are doing, that's actually being handled through DEIS, who that you've been working with, and they should be emailing you. I'll get in touch with them. Part of the problem is that the people that you're doing the video work for through DEIS, they are the people who are literally in the heart of everything that's going on right now as far as all of these courses being able to move and transition to being online. So they have been working day and night. So I have a feeling that some of the video work that they were doing when it came to helping out professors and things, that's probably been put on hold for a bit. I'll send them an email to follow up to see where we stand on that. Ilana just asked a question. Yes, I did reference how the final scene will be filmed by all of you. And I'll get into specifics with that in the next week or so. It's nothing that you have to worry about right at this moment. My hope is that sometime this semester, maybe even finals week, we'll have the opportunity to at least get together again as a class. I really hate not seeing you guys. It's that's the most difficult for me. That's the most difficult part of all of this is that I can't see you and I can't work with you. And I hate the fact that for some of you, this is the last class that we're going to have together because you have taken my acting and my advanced acting, and this is the third course in the sequence. And unless we're working together on a play at Columbus State, we may not see each other again, at least not in class. And I hate that. I just absolutely hate that we're being cheated of these last 8 weeks together. So, but at least we have some ability to be able to communicate. And once you start posting some of your feedback and things on Blackboard, especially once we ultimately get to your final projects, I'll at least be able to see you perhaps and see some of your work as well. Any other questions that anyone has right now? So I'm going to wrap this up. Questions don't have to stop with this live video. This live video will be posted to our Facebook page, so it will be there for others to see when they sign in later. It will also be posted to Blackboard, so you can always come back to look at it, and you can continue asking questions. If it's a question that you think would be of benefit to everyone in the class, ask it on the Facebook page because everyone will be able to see that and get a notification that there's been a comment. If it's a private question you have for me, send it to me in email. Over these next 7 weeks, communication is going to become so important because all we have are these different platforms to be able to communicate with since we can't actually see each other in person. So I will communicate with you and send you as much information as I can through Blackboard, through Facebook, through email. But please don't hesitate to send me questions as well. Email me anytime. Go onto Blackboard, go onto Facebook and ask questions anytime. I've been pretty much living on my phone for the last week, and I will probably be doing that for the next several weeks. So I will be getting your information very quickly. So all of you, take care of yourself, stay healthy, try to get out and take a walk or do something every once in a while, and contact me anytime if you need anything. I miss you guys, and I hope to see all of you in person real soon. Bye-bye.